Hi everybody. Ha 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 ha. Listen to a podcast, Science Versus. It's Australian people talking about science and stuff. Two things that I went into is the chiropractors and vitamins. Vitamins, which I am now taking. I'm taking fish oils for omega 3s and multivitamins. Now, the science behind all of that, the best science for omega 3s is they wounded rat spinal cords, gave them omega 3s, and then placebos to other rats. And the omega 3s really helped with the injuries and not with the placebo rats. So that's cool, but didn't really apply. But they were looking at it in the parameters of forestalling dementia and Alzheimer's. And I don't think that was the right way to look at it at all, because it helps cognitive function. But just because something helps cognitive function doesn't mean it's going to forestall Alzheimer's, because that's like a genetic passed on disease or whatever. And we don't know shit about that. So I don't think that's a good test, because we don't even know if keeping up healthy brain stops that onset of Alzheimer's. So I don't think that's the right test to do. So I'm not sold on that completely. And then they looked into multivitamins. And multivitamins, there's no proof to show that that's going to let you live your healthiest, longest life. But they didn't go into if it works just to get your vitamins. And I'm like, I don't get my vitamins very well. All I want to know is if I take those, am I patching up my stuff? And Courtney and Doelle are both into that, and I'm sure they both seem to believe it. So I'm gonna believe in them. I don't know if I've already said that in these vlogs. And then I also looked into chiropractors, and there is some limited research showing that spinal adjustment can help with shit. And there's definitely cases of people with bad spines getting better to a point. But I got drawn in. The original guy who invented chiropractors was Canadian, or chiropractic practice was Canadian. He's cool. He first started with this magnetism treatment where he magnetized your blood, or something to do with magnets. I don't even know, something unfounded completely. And then one time he just pushed on this dude's back during medical practice to try and make him. And he's like, "Ooh, was it that he could smell or that he could see? No, or was it that he was deaf? Something like that." And it helped, and it made it go away. And this guy's like, "Ooh, it's a cure-all." So he started chiropractic as a cure-all for that. And then he started going into, actually, this is good for all your health. He coined the term subluxations, which is still used today, which means if you're subluxated, like your spine's out of the way, it pinches nerves that then pinch nerves that will make something go wrong. So I can cause asthma, bowel stuff, all this kind of crap. And I totally went in on this when I went into the chiropractor 2 years ago. I had never heard subluxations before, and my chiropractor told me about them, and I was like, holy shit, this sounds like it might help a lot of my problems. And I got super excited. I have scoliosis, by the way, so if you ever see me doing this, I feel at most times really uneven. I'm kind of self-conscious about my body not fitting together right. It's not bad enough that anyone can really notice except for me, and I'm aware of that. But when I see my head a little off, I can feel it, the different tightness in my body. And I didn't even know I had scoliosis till I went to this guy, because that's my fault. Just because I knew my spine was out of line, I just always thought scoliosis was a degenerative disease. But it's just your spine being out of whack. It's not multiple sclerosis or something. So the fact that I have a bent spine means I have scoliosis. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And that sucked. And once you have it, it's hard to get rid of it. And once I found that out, I looked into it. And medically, you can get surgery or you can get a brace, which I kind of want to look into to see if I can get a brace. But I was super on. And when I listened... But then I had put my faith in chiropractors, and without fully checking into it, they call themselves doctors, they don't have a doctorate or anything, And I just let myself believe it without usually putting the scrutiny to it. And I'm not saying it doesn't help, because in a lot of ways it does and has helped me. Especially like there's certain exercises you can do. And I think there is things there. I don't think it's an exact science at all, and it's not 100% yet. But hearing the fact that this new term I had heard, subluxations, a while back now, was coined back at the beginning and still used today, I was like, that's horseshit. No one guesses right what's going right. No. So that was a bummer. I was just like, There is something to it, definitely, about your spinal cord. All your nerve information does go through there. So obviously, if that's out of whack, that can do this. But subluxations, to the point of, if it's a little out of whack, is it doing that? Everything's connected. I think it will. So I think within a realm, it makes sense. Definitely not scientifically ethical or effable. So that's a bummer. But like, one thing I will say that can happen is your lower back being tight. I didn't have that arch in my lower back, so like your spine is kind of like trying to put my hand in here. Wait, okay. So this is kind of like your collarbone, right? So this, or your pelvis. So this would be the front, this would be the back, and it kind of goes like that, goes in, goes out, then it makes another kind of S. You look at a spine model, fuck. But there's an arch, an inward arch that goes into your lower back, and that bounces. It's like a bow, kind of. Not that severe. When you see people with that, that's a problem in itself, because of all the sticking your butt out for selfies. I forget what it's called, but it messes up your spine. But I never had that. I had an out. So it was bending the wrong way, causing all kinds of problems. When I actually, just at work, this was getting better because I bought a lumbar support thing. It makes me sit up straight. Good posture. Fucking do it. Do good posture, please. But the lumbar support did that. And I will say that when I got that arch in my lower back, a whole bunch of stomach stuff happened for the better. But general just thing. If I ask someone with, I don't know how this got to be about scoliosis. I like it. I just like to start a tangent. I'll get somewhere I like to talk about. If you have back pain, if you have scoliosis, posture. Posture is like 100%. There's some exercises you can look up. There's one, you put your arms up, you bring it down, pinching your shoulder blades, and it kind of jets your chest forward. Keep your head up like how you want it. It's kind of like, this is like an overstatement of what it is, but it's like kind of ears over your shoulders, I guess, with your like chin down. And it helps so much if you just keep that in practice. It's not to be posh. Fucking, our spines are meant to be that way, and it'll save you some fucking trouble. Because I hate it. I hate being a slave to this. And I hate that medically it's like surgery, painkillers. Painkillers aren't a fucking solution to anything. I hate taking something just to make it less painful. Other people don't have a choice. I'm not saying, I don't judge people for doing that, because some lives are extremely painful and that's all we got. I just hate that that's my options. I want a solution, even if it's a hard one. But like when like all the solutions I have is like, you can try this, it might work, and it's like so depressing. And like, I don't even have it that bad, man. I don't know how I would do if I had something like legit, like some people have to deal with. So power to you guys. Power to you, people living with disabilities, maladies, diseases, all those things, especially if you didn't do anything to deserve it. I didn't do anything to get scoliosis. I just got it. Or at least I don't know how I got it. The doctors can guess at it, but like, there's no key moment where it's like, this is what happened. So power to you, especially if you did do something to earn it. Still power to you. I bet you can beat it, but I mean, a little more sympathy for the non-deservers, I suppose. I don't know why I'm nitpicking between sick people. That's unfortunate. But go! Feel better. Yay! Thanks, guys. Bye.